afternoon. Happy Monday, 21st of August 2023. Owen Jennings here, spiritual guide, coming in with your energy forecast for the week by channeling my spirit guides to give you a heads up about what is coming up energetically this week. So this is from today, 21st of August till Sunday the 27th of August. We still have a lot of retrograde planets, which is causing some confusion and chaos in various aspects of our lives. But whenever we get anything retrograde, it's a time to revise that area of our lives. Okay. We've got Mercury going retrograde on the 23rd of August, so 2 days time. So you probably already be feeling that. So that can affect communication and aspects of communication. It's in Virgo this time. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so it's going to be extra intense for a lot of us, particularly if you have Virgo in your chart. But having said that, you now know this. If you're finding things are slowing down, not going quite as fast as you want, or communication isn't as clear as you want, then have a look at what it is you need to do differently. Again, another opportunity to reflect and revise your ways of communicating. Maybe somebody's not listening to you. Can you say something in a different way? So don't panic, because it's always an opportunity to go a bit slower and make sure everything's correct. Make sure you've done your best, and you can use it as a time to really review aspects of your life that involve communication, a bit like this. Okay, so let's see what else is coming up. I feel like it's quite an interesting week. We are also building towards another super full moon at the end of August, so there's a lot going on. All right, so let's see what comes up. I'm going to bring in my guides now and see what extra they can add to what I've just told you. All right. Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be with you today. Yes, as Alban has already said, one major event is Mercury going retrograde. And yes, we always say not to panic, because there is no need. You be aware of it now. Whenever Mercury goes retrograde, it can slow things down, can slow processes down, particularly around communication, because Mercury rules communication. So anything to do with communication and technology, which you may use for communication, that sort of thing. But you know this now. It's also going to be in Virgo, which is a sign that is ruled by Mercury. So most people have Virgo in their chart somewhere, so it will affect that aspect of your life. But particularly if you are a Virgo, you may find it a little bit hard going. But it is an opportunity to slow down, to really reflect, revise plans, maybe revise the way of doing things, review how you turn up, review your methods of communication. And if you feel like somebody's not listening or you're not getting your message across, then maybe there's another way of doing it. So use it as a bit of an opportunity, but don't let it, don't think, oh my goodness, Mercury's retrograde, I can't do anything now. Just be aware of it. And if things like technology goes wrong, or anything like that, or you're frustrated with how slowly communication between you and someone else is going, or you and an organization is going, just be aware that this is why. Okay, knowledge is power, right? This week the other energies are around what do you have already. A lot of you becoming frustrated at maybe feeling like you're not being rewarded for the work you're doing. Perhaps you're feeling as if things are already going slowly. more slowly than you would like. But this is an invitation to really look at where things are working and being really grateful for what is working, where you are achieving success, however you define that. All right, so don't get stuck on the bits that aren't going right. Celebrate and look at the bits, the parts that are going right instead. Do we make sense there? So don't concentrate on what's not happening, what's going wrong as far as you're concerned, because of course it's not going wrong, it's obviously out of alignment with you. And focus on what is going right and do more of that. There is an opportunity this week as well. There's a big energy coming in, probably even though the full moon's not till next week, it's probably having an effect. And it's about sort of a death and rebirth situation, which sounds major, and it is, but it can be a good thing. So it's, what can you let go of? What can you do to rebirth aspects of your life and your business so that you can make room for new positive energy to come in, for new ideas to pop in? Some of you are hanging on to old things, old situations, old ways of doing things. If you've got a business, you're holding on to old maybe programs you're offering, or you're holding on to old services you're offering, depending on what your business is. Maybe it's time to let go of those rather than hanging on to them, because you are not who you used to be, right? So where is it you can let go and allow more of the new stuff, the new ideas to come in, the new ventures to come in? It's a really good week to do this, okay? Because the full moon is inviting you to, as are we. Okay, so where can you really reinvent yourself this week? And it doesn't have to be something major, but it could be something small that is still not, that isn't, that you know is not in alignment, but you just haven't done anything about it. All right, and this is your chance to let that go. And as you let that go, what has been waiting for you will arrive. Okay, and in fact, the abundance that you've been waiting for will arrive. It feels like a lot of you are holding back on your full potential and holding back on greater income coming in, for example. But in fact, it's because you're not focusing. And if you remember at the beginning, we said focus on what is going right. What is it that works for you? This can also be a personal matter. Okay, so maybe you're trying to make a relationship work, but you're trying too hard. And actually, you know, really you need to let it go. So you need to be brave, okay? And it doesn't need to be a partnership. It could be a friendship. It could be someone at work, whatever it is, or whoever it is. You're making your work, when you have to work at something too hard, it means that perhaps it's not the right relationship or situation for you to be in. So we hope that makes sense. So a really good chance to change things up this week. So maybe use this week to review and revise and reflect on what it is you've got going on in your life and your business or your career, and see what you can let go of so that you can rebirth. Okay, we hope that makes sense, and we will be back next week. So I hope that made sense to you. It feels like it's quite a big week for us to really take the reins and see what we need to do to make things better. Yeah, so, and don't be frightened of Mercury retrograde. So I do wish you a wonderful week.